And while you're going through all of this, what's going on the home front? What's going on at your parents' house?
Of course, my poor mother died wanting me to get my life together. I'm out there chasing, wanting to be in the music industry, and ended up with a drug addiction when the lights and the cameras were gone.
Willie D Live.
And my addiction said, feed me, bitch, I'm hungry. And by any means necessary, I had to do what I had to do. And it took me to jails and prisons, 22 rehabs, California, Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, New Jersey, New York. I mean...
How does something like that happens to the it girl? Because you was the it girl in school. I
had no idea that my DNA makeup was not that of my parents, Ernest and Shirley Griffin, in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I just knew I was born in Inglewood, California, and we moved to Mississippi in the early 60s, back when it was segregated. And I know that I looked, people say, "Oh, Kathy Griffin, you white." Oh, I was never black enough to be black and never white enough to be white, even though I remember the for colored only signs, which I hear that our president has signed an executive order to do segregated. You can segregate bathrooms and stuff again, whites only. What you gonna do for the mixed breed? What you gonna do for the other folks? Everything is just crazy, and I never thought that I would live in these times. But getting back on the subject of what you said, my biological bloodline had the disease of addiction in it, not the parents that raised me.
Griffins.
And I didn't know I was adopted until I was 26.
You were raised by the Townsends.
No, I was raised by the Griffins. I didn't find out I was a Townsend until 86. And then my dad was Ed Townsend, who was the writer and singer, and produced and wrote the song "Let's Get It On" for Marvin Gaye.
For clarity.
Clarity.
So for clarity,
my DNA
your
is a
DNA
Townsend.
Is Townsend, right? Okay.
But my
the Griffins
adopted,
raised
my
you.
Cabbage Patch status is
Right.
Griffin.
Okay, the Cabbage Patch status.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you was 27 years old when you find out.
26.
26. But, so what led you on the path to addiction? Again, okay, so you said that you came from an addicted family.
Always trying to fit in. Like I said, I was too light-skinned, but I wasn't white enough to be white. And I wasn't black enough to be black. Black kids used to beat me up and say, "Oh, Kathy Griffin, you white." Or the white people would tell me it was a nigger in the wood pile somewhere. So I had to overachieve. I had to steal Kennedy 50-cent pieces out of my daddy's coffee can to buy a bag of candy every morning to give to the kids to keep them from beating me up and to bully me. And I knew one thing. I did everything from try to tease my hair to make it look blacker. I did whatever I could. Talk ghetto, tried to be country, and I'm still loud and ghetto and country, but I can't animate the animosities and triggerate the sensibilities. I can't. But, because I was trying to prove, look, I'm black, my family's black. Yeah. But I never, ever, I still had a love for just people. I didn't give a damn what color you were. And I've been called everything. And some of them things I owned up to when I acted as such. But I didn't know that I had the disease of addiction, and that meant I was allergic to alcohol and drugs. If to this day, and I'm sober, I'm so clean, man, I put the Mr. Clean Ajax man out of business. And I take pride in that.